Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb and welcome to a very special video. I hope this does well because I'm really excited to do this and I've got a feeling it's going to be something that you've never seen before. I don't think anyone has done this in the community, so I'm really interested to see how it goes. As you can see, I've opened up Football Manager 2009. Now 2009 was a very different time. Jay-Z and Alicia Keys were in an empire state of mind. The Black Eyed Peas had a feeling it was going to be a good night. Jay-Z was looking to run the town. And LaRue were in for the kill. Of course, 2009 saw the tragic death of Michael Jackson. The billion-dollar film Avatar came to cinemas. The Hangover. It feels like so long ago, and it was. It was 10 years ago now. So this, I guess you could say, is a 10-year challenge in Football Manager. So what I've done is I've opened up Football Manager 2009, and I've simulated 10 years into the future in-game to the end of the 2018-29 season, to see exactly what the landscape has changed. So this is like an alternate history 2019 season. We're going to look at the Premier League. We're going to look at some other leagues across Europe, the top 5 leagues and Scotland. We're going to look at the England football team. We're going to see World Cup results. We're going to see some of the leading transfers. There's going to be a few things we're going to look through. If there's something that I don't go through today that you do want to see, then leave a comment and I might do a second video. So the date in game is the 8th of July 2008. So we're starting the save just as we are. As you can see, I've got a bunch of leagues loaded, but I think for this video, we're only going to look through like the top 5 leagues. So your France, Italy, Germany, Spain, England. I think we'll look at Scotland as well, just to see if Celtic have continued their dominance in the SPL. Although back around this time, I think Rangers were actually still winning stuff. They were in the top flight and they were actually winning. So let's remind ourselves of exactly what the landscape of football was like in 2009. I've got the booklet that, so games in back 10 years ago came with like instruction booklets which were nay thick, especially the PS1 games. The booklets in those games were mad. But I found the What's New in Football Manager 2009 page. And it turns out this was the first game to have the 3D match engines with multiple camera views, the TV views. This may have also been the first game to have assistant manager feedback, pre-match and in-match feedback from the assistant manager telling you how your team are doing and what they could be doing to be better. So that was the first one to really have stuff like, we should play a shorter passing play, or we should close down this player or that player. It was the first game to have that. It was the first game in which you could play as a female manager, and the female staff members were actually female. I don't think they were actually female in previous games. They were still male. The first one to have preferred move training for your players, so you can add or remove preferred moves. Say you wanted someone to cut inside or whip balls in. This is the first game to have preferred moves. So we've just had the 2008 season, which was Man United's second consecutive win. Of course, 2009 they won their third one. Chelsea finishing runners-up and Arsenal in third. It's a Man United squad that had Edwin van der Sar in goal. I don't know if this was the year that he got the ridiculous record of 14 clean sheets. You've got Gary Neville, 33 years old. You've got Rio Ferdinand, 29. Peak Rio Ferdinand at the top of his game. You've got Michael Carrick and Aaron Hargreaves. You've got Paul Scholes at 33. Cristiano Ronaldo still at Manchester United at this time. You've got Nani. You've got 22-year-old Wayne Rooney. Let's look at Manchester City, because I think this was the first season. I think it was January 2008 that Man City started to really spend big, because I think they have Robinho. They do have Robinho at 24, but this is when they started to splash the cash. So let's look at my team then. Let's have a look at Liverpool, and then we will jump ahead and we'll see what's been happening. So let's look at Liverpool, and they've got Reina in goal, of course. You've got Jamie Carragher at 30 years old, Sami Hyypiä still at Liverpool, Martin Skrtel, Alonso still at Liverpool at this stage. You've got Gerrard at 28, peak Steven Gerrard. Dirk Kuyt's here, one of my favourite Liverpool players of all time. He was absolutely amazing. Fernando Torres at Liverpool. Torres at this stage, 24 years old. Was this his first full season? No, it wasn't. It was his second season. Of course, he got 24 goals in that first season. Amazing first year with Liverpool. And this was his second season. So what we're going to do is I have already simulated, we're going to load up the 2019, and we'll have a look at exactly what the landscape of football was like 10 years into the future on the game. So this will be an alternate history 2019. So we are at 31st of May 2019. I think everything's been played. So let's have a look at the Premier Division table, at the Premier League of course. And it looks to me, Arsenal won the league with 76 points. And that was a very, very close top 3. 1 point behind Arsenal is Liverpool on 75 points, and then 1 point further back is Chelsea on 74 points. Just 2 points separating the top 3, 6 separating the top 4. Spurs finishing in 4th, Manchester United in 5th, Man City finishing in 9th and qualifying for the Europa League. That tells me they may have won an FA Cup or a League Cup this season. So very, very close at the top of the table. Any surprises in it? Newcastle is still up in 6th place. I think 08-09 they got relegated, I think. That was the year they went down with Ed Shearer for a few games. Blackburn still in the Premier League at this stage. Hull up here as well. I think they were promoted the season that we started. I'm not quite sure what happened with that. Borough and Sunderland up here. Wolverhampton are up here. Stoke, Wigan and Fulham. Swansea made their way up here eventually. I think they got promoted in about 2012, I want to say. So let's go back to 08-09, then we'll make our way through and see what happened where. So Chelsea won the league in 2009. Man United not getting their 3rd straight title win. Chelsea winning by 2 points. Man City in the bottom half. Arsenal won it in 2009. That was even closer. Just 2 points separating the top 4. Chelsea and Portsmouth finished in 3rd place and only lost out to Chelsea on goal difference. Portsmouth in 3rd. That's bizarre. Preston made it to the Premier League. That's a nice one. Preston, they were always the nearly people, weren't they? They made it to the playoffs, but they never managed to make it to the Premier League. And now I think they're kind of in the wrong end of the Championship. They might even be in League One. I can't remember. 2011, Man United winning the league by a bit of a larger gap this time. Was it 8 points? 2012, Chelsea won the league by a point. Aston Villa got in 4th place. That's a good finish for them. Nottingham Forest made it to the Premier League. Preston made it back up here. In 2013, Chelsea won the league emphatically, 14 points ahead of 2nd place Liverpool getting their first runners-up spot, but still waiting for their first title. Ipswich made it to the Premier League for the first time in a while. Don't remember the last time I saw Ipswich in the league. It's been a while. 2014, Liverpool win the league. There you go, 2014. And it was by 3 points. Chelsea finishing in 2nd place, Arsenal, Man United and then Man City. And then they retained the title and won by 8 points in 2015, defending the title against Man United and then Chelsea in 3rd. Leeds made it to the Premier League for the first time in a while. That's nice. 2016, Liverpool won it 3 times in a row. That's fantastic. Only by a point this time though. Chelsea finished in 2nd. Middlesbrough finished in 4th place. That's interesting. Middlesbrough are not really known to get that high. I think they might have come like maybe top half once before, but 4th place for Middlesbrough. 2017, they won it again. 5 points clear of Chelsea. Liverpool won 4 titles in a row. That's can they do that in real life, please? That would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, not too many new teams in here in terms of like promotees. And then the last season, Chelsea winning the league. Goodness me. 75. The top 3 teams finished on the same points and were separated by goal difference. That's mad. Chelsea, Liverpool and Man City all level on points and then Arsenal 3 points back. Oh my God, that's got to be the closest Premier League ever. That must be a record. It has to be. Yeah, for the most part, it's pretty predictable in terms of like the top 5. There's been a few surprises in Middlesbrough finishing high up there. Portsmouth finishing in 3rd place as well. But in terms of the other teams, it's not too bad. I mean, we've got some interesting teams that come up here like Ipswich and Preston and Nottingham Forest making their way back up as well. But for the most part, it's the usual suspects. So there you see Liverpool winning 4 titles in a row and then 2 runners up as well. So really good 10 years for Liverpool. They've been fantastic. Fernando Torres has been doing incredible stuff. Still at Liverpool in 2014. We'll have to wait and see if he's still there in a second. But Torres, 30 goals in this season. That's fantastic. So looking at the past top scorers then, most recent Golden Boot winner is Hulk at Arsenal, the Brazilian forward, who I'm guessing has joined from Porto. Very recently actually, only joined this season for just over 20 million. Spent a long time at Porto and did really, really well for them. And he's joined Arsenal and got the Golden Boot. Impressive for the, is he Portuguese? I thought he was Brazilian. Unless he's changed nationality. And then the previous 5 seasons, Torres winning the Golden Boot each time. Ola Toivonen at Middlesbrough won the Golden Boot 2 years in a row. Toivonen, 32 years old, still there. He may have helped them, to get to that 4th place finish. That is a really good signing by Middlesbrough. Fantastic. MacLeod won the Golden Boot in 2011 at Newcastle because he moved there after his spell at Real Madrid. Does he still play? No, he's a manager at Deportivo. Hopefully he has better luck out there than Gary Neville did in Spain. Carlos Tevez Golden Boot winner in 2010 with Man United, and then 2009 Andy Johnson and Fulham getting the Golden Boot. That's an interesting one as well. Alright, so let's have a look at some of the leagues abroad then. So let's have a look at the most recent La Liga season. Real Madrid winning the title by quite a way, 14 points ahead of Barcelona. Zaragoza's in third place, Atletico are up here. But the Spanish league, as you can see, Real Madrid have dominated, say for a couple of seasons where Barcelona have won it. It's been the Real Madrid and Barcelona show. I mean, in real life, Atletico have won a couple of titles, but they're nowhere to be found here. They've got a third place finish in 2012, but Real and Barcelona have just completely dominated. Zaragoza got a second place finish in 2014. Sevilla with some third place finishes. Villarreal as well. Serie A, most recently won by Inter Milan. Very close season again. They're Inter, Roma and AC, the top three. Juventus, a bit of a way back in fourth place. AC Milan have dominated the Italian leagues. Inter Milan won one season in 2017, but 10 out of 11 times AC Milan have won. Juventus with a couple of second place finishes, but no title win. We've got a few third places. Roma are the almost guys in the Serie A. 4 runners up in a row, and then another 4 runners up before that. I think the fourth one was the first season in game. Palermo with some third place finishes. That's a good display by the guys in pink. Fiorentina also finishing third. Let's go and have a look at Germany. So Bayern winning the Bundesliga by 5 points. Dortmund in second place. Bremen are still doing bits as well. Hamburg are up here, Stuttgart, Hoffenheim, Köln. Previous winners, you've got Dortmund won it the season before. Bayern have been pretty dominant. Schalke won it in 2010. Bremen have come so close but just haven't been able to get that top spot. What's that? 7 runners-up finishes, 8 runners-up finishes in 10 years. And third place has been sort of all over. We've got Bayern, Dortmund, Hamburg, Leverkusen with a third place as well, Wolfsburg. That's an interesting division, but Bayern for the most part have dominated Germany. We'll look at League One, and then lastly we'll look at Scotland. So Marseille winning Ligue 1. I believe like the past 10 years in France it have been very sort of, before PSG's dominance it was very open. I think Lyon were just at the end of their dominant spell. They won 7 in a row, and then I think you've had teams like Marseille win it, and Montpellier, Bordeaux. I think there's been loads of different winners. Marseille winning this one by 9 points. Again, it's been very different. Lyon won 7 in a row, so that was just at the end of their 7 in a row. Bordeaux won it in 2009. Marseille won a couple, then Lyon won it again 3 times out of 4. PSG in between that. Marseille won it again, then PSG, then Montpellier in 2018, and then Marseille. So France is wide open. France is just really, really competitive. And we're looking at the runners-up as well. The same sort of teams, and then third place you've got Toulouse with a third place, Havre as well, which I think was Pogba's first team before he went to Man United. I don't know where he is on this game. I'll have to try and find Paul Pogba if he's in here. And then let's lastly look at Scotland, and we'll see where we sit with Scotland. So the Clydesdale Bank Premier League, Celtic won by 11 points, Rangers in fourth place. I'm guessing Celtic have pretty much dominated, but let's have a look. No, Motherwell have won a couple. That's the first time since the 80s that someone other than Celtic and Rangers have won the SPL. Aberdeen won it, and then Motherwell have won a couple, so that's interesting. It's not all Celtic and Rangers, it's mostly Celtic. Rangers have won a couple, Motherwell have won a couple, but Celtic been pretty dominant. Aberdeen with a second place finish. Hearts also finished in second on one occasion with a few third place finishes as well. And Hibs up here as well, so they did well. Dundee United did well in 2009, getting a third place. Alright, so I think that's it for like the league stuff. Let's have a look at some world football now. Let's look at the World Cup. So 3 World Cups been played in 10 years. So we'll start off with 2010 in South Africa, which of course Spain won in real life, beating the Netherlands in the final. Spain really dominant at the end of the noughties with their like European Cup wins and their World Cup win. Portugal winning the World Cup in 2010, Argentina in second place, and then Italy finishing in third. In Brazil in 2014, Argentina winning in Brazil. Bit of a shock there. Brazil not anywhere near it. France in second place, and then Croatia finishing in third. And then the 2018 World Cup, which went to Italy. Of course, this was before the World Cup was given to Russia, which I think happened in 2011 when England went for it. Italy, the hosts, winning their 5th World Cup, keeping the trophy. Nigeria in second place, so a successful African nation. I think that's the first time we've seen Africa do so well. And then the United States finishing in third place as well. So that's a very interesting World Cup. I'm interested to see how England have done. So England in the 2010 World Cup, only making the round of 16. They got through a group that had Germany, Colombia and Qatar. Getting through, winning all 3 games and not conceding a single goal. And they met Portugal, who I think won the tournament in the round of 16, and it was a 1-1 draw, and the penalty shootout. Surprise, surprise, England lost on penalties to Portugal. So that happened in 2004, 2006, and 2010. 3 times in 6 years, Portugal beat England on penalty. 2014, once again, going out in the round of 16, Germany, South Korea, and Chile in the group stages, losing to Chile, but beating the Germans and the Koreans, and then losing 3-1 to Turkey in the second round. And then 2018, they got around further, got to the quarterfinals, but lost to the runners-up Nigeria, losing 2-1. And the group beat Japan and Peru, a goalless draw against Spain, and then they beat Colombia in round 2. Okay, let's see if England had any more luck in the Euros. So the Euro 2012, which was in... Where was Euro 2012? Was it was that the Poland and Ukraine one? We'll have a look at the full results in a minute. But quarterfinals of the Euros in 2012. Lost to Portugal again, surprise, surprise. They beat Northern Ireland, Turkey, and drew against Poland. And then 2016, went out in the group stages. Oh God, England. They lost all 3 games to France, Israel, and Russia. That's a poor showing in the Euros. Italy won Euro 2012. That was in Poland. It was joint with Poland and Ukraine, but it's been given to Poland. France were runners up there. And then Euro 2016 was hosted by Scotland. That's okay, whatever. France won that one, and then Germany finished in second. So England, not too much success in the internationals. So let's have a look at the England squad. I mean, when you got Scott Carson, Ross Turnbull, and Alex Smithies as your goalkeepers, that's probably why you're not winning stuff. I mean, it's a pretty young England squad. Like you got some experience in there, but all in all, it's a pretty young squad. Micah Richards is still playing for England, aged 30. Dan Gosling is in the England fold. There might be some names that you recognise here from other players. Jack Wilshere still here. 27-year-old Jack Wilshere, who's playing for Wolves. Oh my God, he had a terrible career for Arsenal. And then moved to Leeds, where he did okay in one season and then didn't really play. Moved to Wolves and did okay, but somehow manages to play for England. Theo Walcott still here. Where's Walcott playing? Walcott's playing for Chelsea. Oh, he moved across London. I bet Arsenal would like that. I like that. I bet Arsenal love that. Walcott moving across London. Alright, we'll look at one more thing before we go. We'll look at the leading transfers. So if we go down to transfers, I'm not expecting this to be particularly high. Let's look at leading transfers. Let's see who the most expensive signing is. It's Roberto Soldado, who moved to Real Madrid for, was that 61 million? That was back in 2013. Started the game in Getafe and then moved to Chelsea for 13 million. Had a decent couple of seasons, not really a starting player though. Went to Lyon and again did alright, and then he's been playing for Real Madrid and actually been playing a good bunch of games for him. So Soldado is the most expensive transfer on the game. Of course, he played for Spurs in the past as well, in real life. Hatem Ben Arfa's up here. We went to Real Madrid. Real Madrid and Barcelona dominating the top of the leading transfers. Karim Benzema moved from Lyon to Real Madrid in 2018. So, oh wow, that was late. You think how long ago Benzema moved to Real Madrid in real life? I swear it was about 2009. He feels like he's been around forever, Benzema. Who else is in this list then? Flamini moved from AC to Barcelona. Azpilicueta never went to Chelsea, went from Osasuna to Barcelona. Sami Nasri went to Roma from Arsenal. Wagner Love went to Real Madrid. Wagner Love, 34 years old, still at Real Madrid. Oh my God, he's so good. Right, what are his attributes? Wagner Love is incredible. Oh my God, I remember this guy playing for Brazil back probably 8 or 9 years ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. He was playing for Brazil. 34 years old, and he looks like he's probably one of the best players in the world. I might have to have a look at the Ballon d'Or and see if he's up there, because with stats like that and a goal scoring record like that, that's Ballon d'Or form, that is. That's incredible. Who else have we got? Gökhan Inler, Roque Santa Cruz moved to Man City, so they predicted that and they got that right. Alright, let's have a look at the Ballon d'Or then. How can we look at that? Awards? Bojan won the World Footballer of the Year. Oh my God, Bojan, who is struggling to get a game for Stoke in real life, is the best player in the world. He stayed at Barcelona his whole career. He's been getting double figures for, 8 seasons in a row. And he's just been crowned the best player in the world. That's mad. Who else have we got? Messi did win one. I was going to say no Ronaldo. 2008 he won it. but he hasn't won it since then. Torres has won a couple. Wagnerlove did win it in 2014. Kaka's in there in 2011 as well. He won 3 in 6 years. So Kaka, 2007 he won it, and then he won it in 09 and then 2011. What I've noticed though is that there's not a lot of actual transfers. Like, let's look at the Liverpool squad. I see a lot of these players just haven't moved for 10 years. Rayner's still at Liverpool. Skirtle's still there. Agger's still there. Gareth Bale's at Liverpool. I mean, Gareth Bale, still very much a left back, it seems. Gareth Bale is still like a fullback / wing back. Moved to Liverpool for free. So there's a lot of players that have left, like players that would have retired by now, like Dirk Kuyt's probably retired. Gerrard is almost certainly retired. Where is Gerrard actually? I want to see if he's like into management or something. Steven Gerrard is the manager of Blackburn, so he's doing pretty well for himself actually. Blackburn's still in the league then. They're a mid-table side, so Gerrard's doing well as a manager. But I think this has been a really interesting look at just like an alternate 2019. It's been really cool, and I want to try and delve into this further. If there's something I haven't shown you that you want to see, then let me know in the comments below, and I might do a second video if there's enough things that I can go through. I don't know what else there is that I can actually talk about though, but if there's anything you're interested in seeing, like specifically, or if there's anything you want to know, comment and I'll just reply. But if I get a lot of suggestions, then I might do a second video with this. I might even do a saving it one day, who knows, because it's been really interesting to see what football looks like on this game in 2019. It's pretty crazy. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, do drop a like down below. Share it around as well, because I quite like this video. It's quite cool. So if you enjoy it, do share it out as well. Leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they stand up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. And I'll see you in a new video very soon. BFC Dynamo will be continuing as planned, and I've got another special similar sort of video coming out soon with a very special database on Football Manager 2019, and I think that's going to be maybe even cooler than this one. We'll wait and see what happens with that, but I will leave it there. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.